You are watching Xirtus.
So basically, there you just see, yeah, you see everything owned by the same company. And basically, if you use any regular cosmetics, kindly reconsider and look at the ingredient list. And if you can't get the same thing, either with just clean water if you have it, or basic types of natural soap. So just
Yeah,
FYI.
I feel like none of these things are safe. Like all those products, stay out of any store with red letters on, or any store really. Just stay home.
Yeah, just stay out of any store. Yeah. So and this one, just maybe as a reference, this anyone who's German will probably know this. Bewusst TV is one of the guys, Joe Conrad, who's been for many years doing all kinds of alternative interviews with all kinds of people, all kinds of topics. And I remember maybe seeing this actually when it was released a long time ago. And this is what made me reconsider. So he's calling it, this is the professor, or sorry, I guess a doctor he's interviewing, who even back then in 2011 says he was chased away from all the public networks. He's not allowed to write in newspapers anymore and so on.
What? Crazy.
What he did is he came out with the idea and said, oh, it's basically like a bomb below your arm or in your armpit or whatever, referring to all the deodorants, right? And by now, a few years later, you have all the popular brands advertising without aluminium, this and that, and this and that.
Oh my god.
Like that,
Ugh.
made a big fuss about it a long time ago, and apparently,
It makes me angry.
correctly
I want to
determined.
make. I love to make jokes about people, but like when that many people die of cancer, it's weird. Like it kind of bugs me. Like I just can't even. Like there's also like there's so many people we all know who are like pretty much died because of deodorant or something like or something in their milk or something like that, and we're not allowed to talk about it because that didn't actually happen. YouTube, that was all made up. No, 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 no. Everyone's fine. The world is immortal. It's the immortality key. Moving along.
Exactly. So then, okay, next thing is just a fun thing from China.
Whoa, bro. Whoa, I had a fan like this in Peru I got from China. It was great because Peru's like the fourth world and they just send stuff.
So apparently, I don't know how it is in the US, but apparently in the EU, I didn't even
Woo!
notice this.
This is what happened in Freaky Friday when you let the kids do the wash. Yeah.
This Timo platform where you can apparently do
Dude, does that thing fly? Dang, that's pretty sweet. Like if you had like a spinning blade, that's like weaponizable.
you can apparently get resale prices for end users, but
What is
then
it? What's
they
even
don't
happening in this
always
one?
have the best quality control.
What is it? Is this a fog machine or is this smoke
Yes,
from the electronic?
no, it's a fog machine, but it's
Okay,
super effective.
that's great. I want that.
Yeah.
They don't look happy, but it's because they're the mom and dad.
And then yeah, I think he's opening the shoe, and yeah, it's a very, he's gonna have the shoe for a long time. I think he's gonna show
If
it.
fake, triple refund. Oh, they're just empty boxes.
And also the crazy thing, which I wasn't aware of, that this app apparently you can collect fish or you feed fish in the app. So then you get more discounts and all of that. So it's like it's a whole addictive cycle. They created their own Facebook, and
Wow,
then
look
you
at
can
the the
sell
the
all this
the
whatever it is.
epoxy pants coming apart. Yes, yes. This looks like you know what the word shoddy means. Have you heard of shoddy material?
Yes.
So shot. I think I've said this before, probably right. Shoddy is the name of a company in the Union during the Civil War who made Union military uniforms. Shoddy uniforms, Civil War. Yeah, and so they were basically what they did was they glued together the felt lint left over after producing clothing because there's all these little tiny pieces of fabric, and when they glued them all together it looked really great and fancy, but when you went out into the water it was water soluble glue, so all of a sudden like thousands of troops were walking and there was a storm and they were in their long johns like because it just washed off of them, their uniforms just washed away. It's freaking crazy. So that's why I say shoddy. But yeah, I don't know. I think the Chinese things are great though, because what ends up happening is it returns brand loyalty. So we have no brand loyalty in the United States because all brands do is spend money on getting the cheapest product they can make and then the most expensive advertisements possible so that they can kind of have a status symbol like Apple, right? But
Right.
what ends up happening in China is people are like, dude, I don't want to buy eggs from that guy anymore because they were actually just epoxy glue that was rubber, like fake eggs, counterfeit toothpaste that was just, bleach and stuff. Like, so they end up, and then fake baby milk, right, was a major concern in China because they had counterfeit baby milk. And that once that actually got into China, like they don't care so much if Westerners buy their crap because Westerners are making the lead toys, right? But when China started getting the counterfeit baby milk, they started paying more attention. So it's really an export problem more than it's like a domestic problem in China. And
So you think they're not even selling that level of quality to their own people?
Oh, doubt it. I think that they would get a lot. You would get a lot more trouble. You get a lot more trouble because if they report it to the government, then the government, if a Chinese citizen reports to the Chinese government, then a Chinese citizen or Chinese corporation is not doing right. Well, 51% of that corporation is owned by the state. So the state's responsible, right? So you're going to find a lot more, like there's a lot more oversight in China than people really realize, especially after the counterfeit milk thing. But exports are still a problem, especially because China lets, and used to up until like 5 years ago, Western corporations just build whatever they wanted and do whatever they wanted without very much oversight. And now they're kind of saying, we really want to see what you're doing. We want to make sure that these factories are not producing toxins that are screwing up the rest of our provinces and states. And it's interesting because, you know, like the other thing is China's saying, I'm going to buy these better eggs. I'm going to go to the guy I trust for my pants even. And that's developing in China new brand loyalty where you're like, well, I know I could get pants real cheap, but like I don't want them to wash off me in the street, so I'm going to pay $5 more, you know. And that I trust Bijou. Was it Bijou jeans? I forget what it's called. Bijou jeans? No, I forget. Jeans brand. I don't know. Somebody knows. Bijou. There's some kind of famous jean brand. Anybody who knows about jean brands, let me know. I can't remember. Doesn't really matter. Ritualistic killing of animals. Elephants worship the moon.
Oh yeah, so I have no idea about this, but I just thought it's so interesting, and I would like to know more, but I can't say anything about it.
Elephants have graveyards. Chimpanzees may have moral agency, which is ironic considering how they behave. Squid arrange whale bones at the bottom of the sea. There could be something to it. I like the monkey gangs. That's my favorite. I don't know, but like, if a monkey with morals lives in society, everything is permissible. You know, that's the thing. And so when they live on the roofs of India, and they have to like send out a little monkey, like, hey, you new monkey, you want to be part of the monkey gang? Go down and get us some of that booze from that apartment. Oh, here's the key. Yeah, go to the box. And they have like monkeys that pass it to another monkey and a monkey that passes another monkey. Foot soldiers, bro.